is Eileen White Swan. Welcome to the Mysterious Domain State of the World Tarot reading. I do have a concern, and I am going to look into this because I don't know if you guys were very much affected by the George Kirby riots in 2021. We had CHOP here, and we had a lot of murder and mayhem, and it was pretty bad. And we've got another election coming up, and I'm nervous. I wonder if this is going to happen again. I want to see how the energy lines up. Some astrologers think there's going to be more kind of protests. I just want to see how the energy lines up with the midterm elections coming up and the crazy people out there. So this is the Nigel Jackson Tarot deck. Nigel Jackson is a very witchy artist. I really like his style a lot. And he kind of was around in the 2000s, and then he kind of went away, you know. He kind of disappeared, I guess. A couple of his books. He's a really, his art is very evocative. It's witchy as hell. And this deck is pretty witchy, but, you know, his energy really comes through. But I am going to, they're pretty big. I'm going to do my usual spread for this because it really helps me get a bigger picture. So, let's just see what we got. The Summer of Love. That's what the mayor called it. The Summer of Love, with this evil glint in her eye. Boy, she was chased out of town. You know, sometimes Seattle stands up on its back legs and fights back. Sometimes Seattle can get fed up too. Okay, I know the table looks a mess. I'm really sorry, but here's the current situation. Well, I can kind of see right away the Four of Coins and the Four of Cups with the Six of Cups in the middle. Now, you know, this, of course, is about the past. And the fact, I don't think, this looks to me like at this point anyway, nobody has the energy for, oh, sorry about that. Nobody has the energy for any more drama, like drama in the streets, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, even this one's making a glare. Oh, it looks so bleak. Anyway, nobody has the money. This would suggest to me that whoever's been funding these riots, and they have been funded, it's not that much better. I need a little light here. The people who were funding the riots before have run out of money. That's what this tells me. People in the castle, they don't have the money now for what they did, and the emotional charge is not there. Even with this Roe v. Wade stuff, the emotional charge for the kind of thing that happened back with Antifa and all that, and BLM and all that, that's not there now. Now this would be your... They started arresting people too, I think, from those. Wow, you know, the Page of Swords, the Three of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. One side has no money. They've got the page level swordsmanship. Like, they want to go out and sting people. They want to do stuff with their little swords. They want to get out there and, you know, create mayhem again, but they can't. This Three of Swords feels to me like they're blocked. God or something, Spirit, is blocking their hearts, blocking them from moving forward, keeping them apart. They can't connect even with each other, and they have no money. There's no money. George Soros or somebody has run out of cash. And they're not popular, and they, you know, they're just getting a lot of blowback, and they know it. And now we got a Page of Wands here. Arrows in this deck with the Tower. So these are like kids, these pages in the world. Now you could say these are the youth of the Antifa youth or BLM youth, and these are the youth that are actually going to change the world. These are the youth with the Tower in the world. They're the ones who are going to shake things up. And they're different. They're different types of people. This youth is going to change the world. That just screams at me. These are being drained. Again, their window. Okay. The Queen of Wands, again, is juggling her money. Now, she's like, she could be an Aries, like, you know, Nancy Pelosi, or she could be, you know, a blonde woman, like, you know, Hillary, and, you know, she could be, or whoever it is that's invested in these disruptive forces. Again, is juggling their money, and the Empress is here, and this is the, I would say with the Empress in this case, it's sort of the female power zone line, the feminist line, the mothers. Also, there's a mother aspect to this, just not donating. Maybe the women that they were donating a year or two ago, a couple of years, they're not doing it now. They don't have the money, you know, their gas is too expensive. So that leaves these operatives, you know, pinching their pennies. And here's the side with these kids. Justice, 10 of Cups, and the King of Cups. Now, for them, it's not about money. It's about energy. It's about ideas. And it's about justice. So you could say these are justice warriors, or these are justice warriors, but I want to see what's the difference between these two. This kid, okay. This kid's an 8 of Cups, so he's emotionally more mature. He's putting the emotional reactivity behind him. And this one has got a Wheel of Fortune full of devils. Well, that makes perfect sense. This has got, yeah, their fortunes are lesser. 9 of Wands. It's like that's a batten down the hatches too. That's the Castle is throwing up a sign that they're saying, okay, we're not giving you any money anymore. And these guys are like a weather vane. It feels like a weather vane kind of twisted in the wind. And we're, you know, so they're not, I would venture, I'm going to go out on a limb and say Antifa, BLM, those people, they're done. It's toast. It's over. Maybe they're even incarcerated, a lot of them, because the 9 of Wands can be a prison and you get that big castle there. So these guys over here, 5 of Cups. Well, they've been very disappointed about things. But they want, yeah, see, they've been disappointed about things, just disillusioned. They've been disillusioned, and they're 3 of Pentacles. They want to start building something. They want to build something valuable, of value. And they want to work together with other people to do it. But those are the ones that are going to change the world. Because those are major cards too. So I'm curious about this passel of... so we've got 6 of Coins, okay. You know, that one shows a beggar. Somebody begging for money. And then the Hangman. You know, the funny thing about this Hangman in this deck, he's like Judas, you know, is he's hung up. The coins are falling out of his pockets. So there's a treachery going on here. There's a promises and no delivery. Who is the Empress representing? What's that? Oh, the Empress is a victorious person. Who is she? Two of staves. So these are wands. Who's this queen? Who's this queen of wands? Doesn't mind me, I'm ruminating. She's the sun. Interesting. So these are very, very powerful women. But there's a lot of backstabbing going on. Because that Hanged Man indicates to me that so they've been having financial problems. The Empress has a lot of power and persuasion, but she's got the Knight of Swords, who feels like he's stabbing this other one in the back, who's the sun, which is probably who's the brightest, sunniest woman, in America in politics, right? That would participate in these nefarious activities behind the scenes. So let me put more cards on here. I'm just wanting to. So we got the King of Staves. We got the King of Cups and the King of Wands together. So these are queens and these are kings. That's interesting. With the Judgment card. And when you get the Judgment with the Justice card, there's legal matters. What's the legal matter? I know what it is. I can feel it. The stars. The stars are aligned. This has to do with the selection. This has to do with the selection, which of course would drive those crazy and would drive these crazy and maybe give these ones a different view of life. They're disillusioned. They're ready for the truth. But this legal matter with the stars aligned and these two men just screams to me it's about the 2020 selection. This is going to tower up the world. This is going to be legal chart. Oh, we got the King of Pentacles too. All these men over here. The patriarchy is coming in strong. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, the Knight of Swords, the worst nightmare. The worst nightmare. This is... Okay, I can say here, I don't think there's going to be any more of those riots or burning things or killing people or like we had a couple years ago. There's not going to be any Chaz or any CHOP or any police precinct or any of this. The mayor of Seattle was setting it up to sell to give the police precinct building to BLM. Oh boy, she disappeared into the woodwork. So I don't see any of these riots or any of this happening. What I do see, though, is a move that is going to readjust the 2020 selection, to kind of look through it all and really get the truth. There was a film called 2,000 Mules by Dinesh D'Souza, all about the rigging, and there's been more and more people finding things and anomalies and discrepancies. And I think this guy holding this up, and not only that, the usual funders of these groups are out of money, not giving it, and the public is bored with the whole thing, that we're done, or it's over. That is over, and there's a new energy coming with the young people. It's going to be really more, I feel a much more positive focus here, a much more productive. No matter what their quote ideology might be, they want to create, they want to produce, they want to make things happen in a practical and useful way. So yeah, this is interesting. I wasn't expecting any of this. This really came and hit me right between it's my third eye. Yeah, those don't feel like they belong in here. I'm just playing now. Yeah, okay, so I guess that's the reading. If you agree, if you disagree, if you think, I'm off base, please leave me a comment or ask a question or put in your own 2 cents. If you've heard something that that's actually in the news or about this with is the George Soros out of money? Are these people who fund these things just not playing the game anymore? Have you heard anything about that in the news? Don't forget to subscribe. It helps the channel a lot if you subscribe, and if you like, and if you comment, and if you share. It helps me. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers. So you guys could help me out. That would be awesome. Yeah, so you all take care. It looks like it was going to be a relatively calm summer, which is a good thing, I think. Okay. Love you all. Take care. Bye-bye.